Libra. 8 silent adjustments that attract more stability. Not everything powerful makes noise, Libra. In fact, the most transformative forces in the universe are almost always silent. Gravity does not announce itself. The turning of the seasons happens without a single word. The roots of the strongest trees grow in darkness, deep beneath the surface, where no one can see them working. And right now, something similar is happening inside you. There are adjustments taking place, quiet shifts in your energy, your habits, your thinking, your emotional patterns, that are pulling stability toward you like a magnet pulling iron filings into alignment. You may not have noticed all of them yet. Some are so subtle that they feel like nothing at all, but each one is significant. Each one is part of a larger pattern that the universe is weaving in your favor. And today we are going to name them one by one so that you can see just how much progress you have already made without even realizing it. Adjustment 1. The first silent adjustment is that you have stopped arguing with reality. For years, Libra, you spent enormous amounts of energy wishing things were different than they are. You looked at your financial situation and thought it should not be this way. You looked at a relationship and thought this should be easier. You looked at your life and thought by now I should have more. And all of that should end. It was exhausting. It drained your energy without changing a single thing about your circumstances. All it did was add a layer of suffering on top of whatever you were already dealing with. But lately something has shifted. You have started accepting what is, not with resignation, but with a quiet, grounded acknowledgement that this is where you are right now. This is your starting point, not your ending point, not your permanent address, but your current location on the map. And the moment you stop fighting your current reality, something remarkable happens. You free up an enormous amount of energy that was previously locked in the struggle. That energy becomes available for actually changing things rather than just resisting them. This acceptance is one of the most powerful attractors of stability in the entire universe. Because stability does not come to those who are constantly at war with their circumstances. It comes to those who can stand calmly in the middle of the storm, assess the situation clearly, and make deliberate moves from a place of peace rather than panic. That is exactly what you are learning to do, Libra. And the stability that is being drawn toward you right now is a direct reflection of that inner calm. Adjustment 2. The second silent adjustment is in how you speak to yourself. The internal dialogue that runs through your mind every waking hour has been changing, and you may not have fully noticed because internal shifts are the hardest ones to see. But think back to how you used to talk to yourself 6 months ago, a year ago, 5 years ago. The constant criticism, the endless second-guessing, the harsh judgments that you would never direct at another person but had no problem inflicting on yourself. That voice is getting quieter, Libra. It has not disappeared entirely, but it has lost its authority. It no longer runs the show. In its place, a different voice is emerging. One that speaks with patience instead of harshness. One that says you are doing your best instead of your best is not good enough. One that offers encouragement where the old voice offered only criticism. This new inner voice is not naive or delusional. It does not pretend everything is perfect, but it approaches your imperfections with compassion rather than contempt, and that difference changes everything. The way you speak to yourself determines the ceiling of your potential. When your internal dialogue is critical and harsh, you unconsciously sabotage the very stability you are trying to create. You do not pursue opportunities because the voice says you will fail. You do not ask for what you deserve because the voice says you are not worthy. You settle for less because the voice says less is all you can handle. But as that voice softens, as it becomes kinder and more encouraging, the ceiling lifts. You start reaching higher. You start believing in possibilities that the old voice would have immediately shut down. And stability, true lasting stability, follows naturally because you are no longer undermining yourself from the inside out. Adjustment 3. The third silent adjustment is that you are becoming more comfortable with imperfection. Libra is a sign that craves balance, harmony, and beauty in all things. And while that desire is one of your greatest gifts, it can also become a trap when it turns into perfectionism. For years, you may have delayed important decisions because you were waiting for the perfect moment. You may have avoided starting things because you could not guarantee a perfect outcome. You may have held yourself to standards so impossibly high that anything less than flawless felt like failure. But something is loosening. You are starting to accept that life does not have to be perfect to be good. That a plan does not have to be flawless to be effective. that a decision does not have to be optimal to be right. This loosening of your perfectionism is creating space for action, for experimentation, for the kind of messy, imperfect progress that actually moves the needle in your life. Stability does not come from perfection, Libra. Comes from consistency, from showing up every day and doing your best, even when your best is not perfect. And right now, you are learning that lesson in your bones, not just in your head. That shift alone is attracting more stability into your life than years of perfect planning ever could. Adjustment 4. The fourth silent adjustment involves your boundaries. For most of your life, Libra, your boundaries have been flexible. That is the kindest way to put it. The more honest way would be to say they were almost non-existent. You let people borrow your time without asking for it back. You absorbed other people's emotions like a sponge, and then wondered why you felt so heavy. You said yes when you meant no because the discomfort of disappointing someone felt worse than the discomfort of abandoning yourself. But the boundary adjustment that is happening now is different from anything you have tried before. In the past, you may have attempted to set boundaries with big dramatic declarations that felt unnatural and unsustainable. This time, the boundaries are growing organically, quietly, almost invisibly. You are simply choosing differently, one small moment at a time. Not answering a message immediately when you need space. Declining an invitation without offering a lengthy explanation. Leaving a conversation when it starts to drain you instead of staying until the other person is finished. These small acts of boundary setting are building something enormous beneath the surface. They are rebuilding your self-respect brick by brick. And self-respect is the foundation of financial stability, emotional stability, relational stability, and every other kind of stability you have been wanting. If what you're hearing feels accurate, imagine what could happen if you applied this energy intentionally for 21 consecutive days. That's exactly what the 21-day program in the pinned comment is built for. Daily guidance, focused direction, and real momentum. If you're tired of staying in the same cycle, this is your structure. Adjustment 5. The fifth silent adjustment is a change in your daily rhythms. You may not have labeled it or even noticed it consciously, but your daily routine has been shifting. Maybe you are waking up a little earlier without setting an alarm. Maybe you are eating differently, choosing foods that make you feel good rather than just eating whatever is convenient. Maybe you are spending less time scrolling through your phone and more time sitting quietly with your thoughts. Maybe you have started a small practice, a walk, a few minutes of stretching, a moment of gratitude that you do consistently without anyone knowing about it. These changes in daily rhythm are enormously significant, Libra, even though they seem small. Stability is not built through one grand gesture. It is built through thousands of small, consistent choices that accumulate over time like drops of water filling a basin. And right now, you are making those choices instinctively, guided by an inner wisdom that knows exactly what your system needs to come into balance. Your body has its own intelligence, and it is recalibrating your daily patterns to support the stability that is forming in your life. The earlier wake-ups are giving you space for clarity before the world demands your attention. The better food choices are giving your body the fuel it needs to sustain the changes ahead. The reduced screen time is protecting your mental energy from the chaos and comparison that social media breeds. Each of these small adjustments is a thread, and together they are weaving a fabric of stability that will hold you steady through whatever comes next. Trust your body's wisdom. It is doing exactly what needs to be done. Adjustment 6. The sixth silent adjustment is in your relationship with gratitude. This is not the forced, performative gratitude that self-help culture sometimes promotes, the kind where you repeat affirmations you do not believe or write lists of things you are supposed to be thankful for. This is something deeper and more authentic. It is a genuine shift in where your attention lands during the day. Instead of automatically focusing on what is wrong, what is missing, what is broken, you are starting to notice, almost involuntarily, what is right. The warmth of a blanket on a cold morning. The reliability of a friend who always calls when they say they will. The fact that your body carried you through another day, even when you felt tired, even when you felt worn down. These noticing moments are not trivial. They are the building blocks of a stable, abundant mindset. Because gratitude is not just an emotion. It is a lens. And the lens you look through determines what you see. When you look through the lens of lack, you see lack everywhere. When you look through the lens of gratitude, you see abundance that was always there but hidden behind your focus on what was missing. This adjustment in your gratitude is attracting stability, because it is changing the fundamental frequency of your energy. The universe responds to the signal you send out, and gratitude sends a signal that says, I recognize the good in my life, and I am open to more. That signal is powerful, Libra. It is the exact frequency that stability resonates on, and the more naturally and authentically you feel grateful, the stronger that signal becomes, and the more stability flows toward you in response. Adjustment 7. The seventh silent adjustment is that you are beginning to trust the process. For so long, Libra, you needed to see the whole picture before you could feel safe. You needed to know the plan from start to finish. You needed guarantees, certainties, assurances that everything would work out before you were willing to take a single step. And while that need for certainty is understandable, it was also keeping you stuck. Because life rarely offers guarantees. The most meaningful journeys always involve some unknown, some darkness, some stretch of road where you cannot see what is around the next bend. But you are changing. You are starting to walk forward even when the path is unclear. You are making decisions even when you cannot predict the outcome. You are allowing yourself to not know, to be in the space between the question and the answer without forcing a resolution. This might seem like a small thing, but for a Libra who has spent a lifetime needing certainty, it is revolutionary. Trusting the process does not mean being passive or reckless. It means understanding that you have done everything within your power, and now it is time to let the universe do its part. It means planting the seed and trusting the soil. It means taking the step and trusting the ground to meet your foot. This kind of trust is magnetic to stability because it releases the tension that comes from trying to control everything. And when tension releases, flow begins. Money flows more easily. Relationships flow more naturally. Health flows more freely. Everything in your life begins to move with a grace and an ease that was impossible when you were gripping the steering wheel so tightly that your knuckles turned white. Some people watch. Others transform. If you want to be in the second group, the 21-day guide in the pinned comment gives you a clear step-by-step process aligned with your sign. This isn't about waiting. It's about moving. Adjustment 8. The eighth and final silent adjustment is the most profound of all. It is a shift in your core identity, in how you see yourself when you strip away all the roles and labels and responsibilities. For most of your life, Libra, you have defined yourself through your relationships to other people. You are someone's partner, someone's parent, someone's friend, someone's employee, someone's caretaker. And while all of those roles are real and important, they are not the entirety of who you are. They are costumes worn by a soul that is far larger, far more complex, and far more powerful than any single role could contain. The silent adjustment happening now is that you are beginning to glimpse the soul beneath the costumes. You are catching moments of yourself that have nothing to do with what you do for others and everything to do with who you are when no one is watching. You are discovering preferences you forgot you had. You are remembering passions you set aside decades ago. You are reconnecting with a version of yourself that existed before the world told you who you were supposed to be. And that reconnection is the deepest source of stability there is. Because when you know who you are, truly know, at a level that does not depend on external validation or other people's opinions, nothing can shake you. Not financial setbacks. Not relationship changes. Not health challenges. Not the inevitable uncertainties of aging. Your stability stops being something you have to build from the outside in and becomes something that radiates from the inside out. It becomes part of you, as natural and as reliable as your heartbeat. That is the stability that is forming inside you now, Libra, and no force in the universe can take it away once it takes root. These 8 silent adjustments may not look like much from the outside. No one else may notice them. There are no trophies or certificates for the inner work you have been doing. But the universe notices. It sees every quiet choice, every small shift, every moment you chose differently than you would have a year ago. And it is responding with the only thing that matters. Real, lasting, bone-deep stability that does not depend on circumstances but creates them. You are not the same person you were when this journey began, Libra. You are quieter, stronger, clearer, and more grounded than you have ever been. And the stability that is flowing toward you now is not luck. It is not chance. It is the natural consequence of the silent, powerful, extraordinary work you have been doing inside yourself. Keep going. The foundation is set. And what you build on it will stand for the rest of your life. You have 2 options after this video: close it and hope things shift, or decide that the next 21 days will be different. If you choose the second, the structured 21-day transformation aligned with your sign is waiting in the pinned comment. The energy is already moving, the only question is whether you are.